Hello and welcome to Be Abundant Now, where evolution is the new revolution. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss ways that you can raise your vibrational frequency and transition out of this poverty, lack consciousness to embrace something that is more in alignment with your divine inheritance and within your own birthrights as a free and sovereign being. So, in today's world, your reality is shaped, by your thoughts, your beliefs, your sphere of the people that are closest to you. It's said the 5 people that you listen to the most, that's going to help shape your reality. Also, 95% of our outer world experience also involves the subconscious programming. And what I'm discovering on this journey, it isn't so much of adding something into our lives, like maybe adopting new affirmations and things like that. It's about letting go. It's about letting go of who we thought we were. And so here are some tips and some ideas that I've learned on my journey that I'd like to share with other people. And first of all, we have to kind of think about what are your influences? Where are they coming from? What are you consuming? Physically, what does your diet look like? Because diet does play a huge role in vibrational frequency. I am, like I said in another video, I'm more vegetarian than I am actually vegan, but I'm just trying to be as conscious as I can. I do start every day with a smoothie. This is, a 24 to sometimes a 36 ounce smoothie. I usually have kale and spinach in it, a few different fruits, and I take various supplements. And I've been doing this since 2016, and it has really helped increase my vibrational frequency, and I feel overall better, and it helps me to face life's challenges a little bit easier. Also, it's what are we listening to? I have not watched news in probably 12 years. I have no desire to. Part of that is my upbringing. My father always referred to the TV set as an idiot box. He said he believed that it turned people into idiots. So, and maybe that, and maybe that's where that bias comes from. But for me, I do not watch the news. I look at it as fear-based mind control programming. That's just my perception of it. I choose to listen to binary beats, sound baths, things like that. Anything that's going to uplift me. And I listen to, in today's world, it is really an awesome time to be alive because we're no longer stuck in a world where we have to listen to the voices that are around us, because not all of us grew up with all these really great positive role models. A lot of us grew up with people who you didn't want to be like. They showed you what not to do in your life or how not to be. So in today's world, you can actually connect with people on YouTube. You can join groups on Facebook. Social media can be a very great place and a great tool for learning. A lot of my spiritual journey has been influenced by a lot of people on YouTube. I'm a huge Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, Aaron Dowdy. I listen to Leonora Alexander, Victor Otto. There's just Jake Ducey, a lot of just really brilliant people with different perspectives and, talking about the law of attraction and universal law and how to get yourself into alignment, deepening that spiritual connection. I do a lot of inner clearing work with someone on YouTube, and most of his videos are free. Michael Golzmane, and that energetic clearing work, I don't know how it works. All I can just say in my case that it has worked. So I'm just sharing that with you. And I will go ahead and put a link to his channel if anyone's interested. I found that his work resonated with me so much that I have been actually doing the purchases of various clearings. So I'm very satisfied with that and where it's taken me on this journey. Also, looking at how we feel and our emotions. That's also how, because, certain emotions can keep us blocked, and emotions get trapped in the physical body when they're not able to move freely in your life force, your chi, the Holy Spirit, however you want to call that, God force that lives within you. It gets blocked and it gets trapped in different parts of the emotion, your emotional body, and it starts to manifest. This is what manifests as disease, the body not being at ease. So, what emotions are holding you back? And in my case, a lot of it, which I talked about yesterday, was a lot of like anger and resentment and letting that go, and forgiveness of myself and others. That seems to be a big key. Gratitude, getting in that place, that mindset where you're thankful every day. Sometimes that can be an indication that there are blocks. If you cannot get into that state of gratitude, there's something that may be blocking you from getting in there, because I was there for a while too. I'm like, geez, I know I should be thankful, but I'm not really feeling it. And that's another thing. We need to be honest about how we feel at that moment, because that is our inner truth. And for me, it was the anger and the resentment and a lot of grief that held me back from really feeling that gratitude. So now I'm in a different space where I can feel that, and I can be thankful every day for my first breath. And at the end of the day, I can kind of recap and go over through the day and say, thank you. I had a really beautiful day. Thank you for all of these beautiful experiences. So that's part of it also. And journalizing, just waking up and finding 10 things that you're grateful for every day. And before you go to bed, if you could write a page of all the great things that happened to you during the day, because what tends to happen is you get into this flow and those things become like your reality. So, and another things that you want to do to increase your frequency is, what makes you feel rich? What is it that, what everyone has a different way of, feeling rich. For me, I like to soak in a long hot tub. That to me, it makes me feel wealthy. When I soak in a pink Himalayan salt bath, that does it for me. Everybody has a different thing. Being able to, take a stroll in the park with my dog, enjoying a beautiful afternoon, that makes me feel wealthy. I don't know, I feel very rich. I feel very connected to nature, and it's just a really overall good feeling. If you are someone like myself, I just came to the realization about, like poverty consciousness and how, we wind up in, maybe you live in an area where it's, there's a lot of poverty around you, and you're like, well, how did I get here? Because you're not really resonating. And I'm not saying, everyone's on a different frequency, but really at the core, that is, wherever we live or reside, that's a reflection of our core inner frequency, whether we identify with any of the things that are going on. And, these things grow on everywhere. But for example, I live down the street from a bar. I don't drink, but yet that's part of my existence, and that has been throughout my life. And I do associate tobacco use. I do associate drinking as a lower vibrational frequency. Now, for me, that was all about at the core of who I am. That's in this poverty type of consciousness. And once you become aware of it, then you can do something about it. So for myself, every day, even if I have to get on a bus and go across town, I'm going to go into different parts of town where, that way you start to open up yourself to different possibilities and new opportunities. You're saying to the universe, like, what? There's more out there than just this, what I'm experiencing. Because sometimes we can get into this the crab within the bucket kind of mentality, where you feel like, well, you're just part of this community, but really you are a universal sovereign being, and you're much more than what you've been told. So that's just one suggestion. And 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 to look around, and because your reality is a reflection of your strongest beliefs, your ideas, your thought patterns, and your influences. So this is some really deep inner work, but it's very, very transformational. And as you release these things and you become more aware of them, your reality will begin to shift and change, and it starts on the inside. Also, like creating affirmations. Now, I had done this early on. You think you're just going to say a bunch of things and it's going to change your reality. What I have found is when to create an effective affirmation, it has like two components, and one of them is releasing something so you can allow something new to come in, and which I will give you an example of that. So, for example, if we're going to do something in relation to letting go of this poverty consciousness mindset, an affirmation that would be effective in this area would be, as I am letting go of poverty, lack, and consciousness, I am now creating space for prosperity consciousness, abundance, and I now align with my divine inheritance, because we were all born to be rich. And just telling yourself every day that the universe is conspiring to give me the greatest and the most amazing life possible. Telling yourself that, I'm always in the right place at the right time. Words are extremely powerful. So, and also, when we start letting go, another thing that has really impacted my life on this journey was decluttering. Because as we, declutter the mind, we start to declutter our physical space. Because once we create that space, the universe will always bring something new. It's universal law. It's just the way that it works. So, decluttering, and as the overall collective is going through this huge purge, now is a really great time to do some decluttering. That's what I plan on doing next week. I'm always constantly going through things. I'm on this path. I guess I'm becoming more and more of a minimalist, and I think it's just really taking inventory of your life, and how do you want to, because everything is energy, how do you want to expend your energy? What do you value in your life? What are the things that are the most important to you? And kind of just build your life around that. For me, it's art. I do the jewelry, I create video content, and read angel cards, my spirituality, and the path of self-love. That has been very significant in my life for the last 4 years. So those are some pointers and some things that I wanted to share with everyone about raising your vibrational frequency. And I'm just going to do I'm going to pull a few messages for today. And also, I just want to give a little bit of an insight as to some of the energies. So this right now is very prevalent in recognizing our own errors, or in this transformational process. Again, looking and examining and seeing what serves us and what doesn't. And right now is a great time of easy execution of difficult work. And there's like strength and vigor, things people wanting to. And we're being set free from the prisons within. There are angelic energies that are assisting us on this journey to make these things possible. Learning more about patience and courage and humility and simplicity. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get some overall energies and do a little reading. One of the tools that I used on this journey is tarot and oracle cards, because they bring psychological images from the subconscious. They make them conscious, so you can become aware, because once you become aware of something, then you can take action about it. So we have To the Moon and Back. And this is like this is a really beautiful card. There's a pair of birds, like love birds, to the moon and back. There could be some things hidden or within the shadow self that are going to be revealed. This is a 51, 5 meaning change for a new beginning. There are some things that could be revealed during this new moon that is coming in. Very beautiful. The moon is represented by feminine energy. So this is a time of the divine feminine, really embracing that power. And I believe, through that healing, that feminine energy, bringing into balance the divine masculine and feminine within. And this is about overcoming all of our fears to the moon and back, and learning to, first, love our divine connection to the moon and back, love ourselves to the moon and back, and really setting up boundaries, for ourselves and others. This is from the Power of Surrender deck. So let's see what we need to surrender. Archangel Spirit Guides. What message? Surrender to trust. So the universe is asking us to trust. Surrender to divine will. There may be some things hidden that are coming into fruition. Now this message is taken from the Soulful Expressions Oracle deck. This is a deck that I created, and I will have a link to my Etsy shop if you would. And this one is Examine Core Wounds. This is all my own original artwork. So examine core wounds. There may be things hidden coming up to the conscious for you to examine and heal. Surrender to trust of the universe. We have to know that God has our back. This is from the Mirror of Truth. Archangel Spirit Guides, what message do you have for us today? The Lily. And this is a 30, which is a 3 plus a 0, which is a 3. This is the Holy Trinity. This is all about resurrection, new life, new beginnings. Very beautiful. It's white. It's a white lily. This is all about purity, innocence, rebirth. Beautiful energies. And this one fell out of the other deck, and I'm going to take it because it's called The Journey. This is all part of our path. So beautiful. The journey. Yep. Life is a journey, not a destination. So we have this one here. My work is deeply fulfilling. So a lot of us are stepping in fully into our mission, embracing our lives with passion. And it's saying, today I give my best to which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. So, and it's all about doing what you love, what makes your heart sing. We all have to sit here and, kind of follow our heart song. So this is from the Lover's Oracle. So let's see what's going on, in the area of love. Go ahead. Okay. Wait. There is something, the way I'm looking at this card is there is some things in the shadows. Two people may be entwined. And it's saying, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So if some of you are contemplating a new relationship or you're desiring a new relationship, just trust it. Surrender to the trust of the universe, because everything's going to work out for you within divine timing. And this message just kind of jumped out at me. It's saying the past is over. We're headed right into a new beginning, especially, I'll get into it tomorrow more with the 1212 portal. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. And I'm going to finish this reading with, this is Postcards from the Spirit by Colette Baron-Reid. I'm going to list all of these cards in the description box, and I will leave a link. Okay, this one seems like it wants to jump out. Very beautiful. It says, Hope Floats. It says, Dearest you, oh my, things are stirred up and changes upon you. This is a cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now, let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help you steer into your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said? Take one step toward the gods, and they will take 10 towards you. We are all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right, don't be afraid to dance. Loving you always. So there you have it. That concludes our reading. Love and infinite blessings. And until next time, take care.